Hey, welcome to 908 Ministries. This is week 2 of our Hot Topic sessions. This week we will be talking about gun control and the Bible. This is our Read About It session where we will read the scriptures that we will talk about in this week's Talk About It. So get comfy and we will jump in. Mark 10:13-16. The people brought children to Jesus, hoping he might touch them. The disciples shooed them off, but Jesus was irate and let them know it. Don't push these children away. Don't ever get between them and me. These children are at the very center of life and the kingdom. Mark this, unless you accept God's kingdom in the simplicity of a child, you will never get in. Then, gathering the children up in his arms, he laid his hands of blessing on them. Matthew 10:12-15. When you knock on the door, be courteous in your greeting. If they welcome you, be gentle in your conversation. If they don't welcome you, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way. You can be sure that on Judgment Day, they'll be mighty sorry, but it's of no concern of yours now. Matthew 5:38-42. Here's another old saying that deserves a second look. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Is that going to get us anywhere? Here's what I propose. Don't hit back at all. If someone strikes you, stand there and take it. If someone drags you into court and sues for the shirt off your back, gift wrap your best coat and make a present of it. And if someone takes unfair advantage of you, use the occasion to practice the servant life. No more tit for tat stuff. Live generously. Luke 22. Within minutes they were bickering over who of them would end up the greatest. But Jesus intervened. Kings like to throw their weight around, and people in authority like to give themselves fancy titles. It's not going to be like that with you. Let the senior among you become like the junior. Let the leader act the part of the servant. Who would you rather be? The one who eats the dinner or the one who serves the dinner? You'd rather eat and be served, right? But I've taken my place among you as the one who serves, and you've stuck with me through the thick and thin. Now I confer on you the royal authority my Father conferred on me, so that you can eat and drink at my table in your kingdom, and be strengthened as you take up responsibility among the congregations of God's people. Simon, stay on your toes. Satan has tried his best to separate all of you from me, like the chaff from the wheat. Simon, I've prayed for you in particular that you not give in or give out. When you have come through the time of testing, turn to your companions and give them a fresh start. Peter said, Master, I'm ready for anything with you. I'd go to jail for you. I'd die for you. Jesus said, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Peter, but before the rooster crows, you will have 3 times denied that you know me. Then Jesus said, when I sent you out and told you to travel light, to take only the bare necessities, did you get along all right? Certainly, they said, we got along just fine. He said, this is different. Get ready for trouble. Look to what you'll need. There are difficult times ahead. Pawn your coat and get a sword. What was written in Scripture, he was lumped in with the criminals, gets its final meaning in me. Everything written about me is now coming to a conclusion. They said, look, Master, 2 swords? But he said, enough of that. No more sword talk. John 18:1-11. Jesus, having prayed this prayer, left with his disciples and crossed over the brook Kidron, at a place where there was a garden. He and his disciples entered it. Judas, his betrayer, knew the place because Jesus and his disciples went there often. So Judas led the way to the garden, and the Roman soldiers and police sent by the high priests and Pharisees followed. They arrived there with lanterns and torches and swords. Jesus, knowing by now everything that was imploding on him, went out and met them. He said, Who are you after? They answered, Jesus the Nazarene. Then he said, That's me. The soldiers recoiled, totally taken aback. Judas, his betrayer, stood out like a sore thumb. Jesus asked again, Who are you after? They answered, Jesus the Nazarene. I told you, said Jesus, that's me. I'm the one. So if it's me you're after, let these others go. This validated the words in his prayer. I didn't lose one of those you gave. Just then, Simon Peter, who was carrying a sword, pulled it from its sheath and struck the chief priest's servant, cutting off his right ear. Malchus was the servant's name. Jesus ordered Peter, Put back your sword. Do you think for a minute I'm not going to drink this cup the Father gave me? Thanks for joining us today for our short and sweet Read About It. Please log in tomorrow for our Pray About It session, Thursday for our Learn About It session, and Friday for our Talk About It session. Also join us on TikTok and Instagram both at 908 Ministries. Until then, peace be with you and those you love. Signing out, 908 Ministries.